Hi guys, how you doing? Senior Gaming here, and in today's episode I'm bringing you Idle Mafia and we're gonna talk Jailbreak on Devil difficulty. So if you're Idle Mafia player or perhaps Idle gamer, then make sure you subscribe to the channel as I post as often as possible and bring you best tips and advice. And if you enjoyed the video and you found this useful, then make sure you like it so we can reach more and more new players. Alright then, so basically the moment you have reached that devil difficulty when it was introduced, the life was really good. More jail coins and great rewards behind it, and you've been pretty much getting that every day. But then the patch has happened and the difficulty has really had a meaning behind its devil name. And there is obviously quite a lot of criticism from a Idle Mafia community as difficulty has risen at least few times. And now some of the new players really struggle to beat that. But I'll do my absolutely best, obviously, show you the way and advice how to beat it on daily basis. Obviously, what you need to bear in mind here that some days you will land the items for a smooth zero death journey, and the other day you will have to use plenty of capos to even stand the chance. And as just mentioned, it will be heavily relying on the items. So basically I'll give you as well indication what items you should ideally go for in order to complete it. So without further ado, let's jump into Jailbreak. Alright then, so before we start, it's definitely recommended that you know your top 15 capos. So I'm gonna display my capos now on the screen. And I know 15 sounds extreme. I don't expect for your 15 capos to be as strong as perhaps your top 5 or top 10, but you want to know the top 15, and the reason behind it is just to know which nation or trade selection you should go when it comes to items. So in my particular case, if I look on my top 15, when it comes to trades, I know I've got 6 of the strength one, 5 business and 4 tech. And again, when it comes to nations, I've got 6 of Japanese, 5 Mexican and 4 Italian. Meaning when it comes to item selection, I will be selecting as many strength and as many Japan as possible, as this will obviously benefit overall 15 capos. Alright then, and now when it comes to top 3, which I believe you should build foundation around, is gonna be obviously Caesar and Vanessa. And this is for that fatal damage. So what we're gonna talk here is as much survivability as possible. Therefore they will be obviously to protect any of the characters from dying. And that is a game changer when it comes to Jailbreak. Because even though when you survive around with 1 HP and you've got good items, you can just very quickly recover full HP in the next round. Then the next one must, in my opinion, is Orange, and obviously his ability to resurrect characters. So again, is another game changer because we're gonna face here a massive boost to enemy lines, and the team's gonna be few times stronger. So we need something in order to resurrect our characters. And finally, I believe the crucial one is gonna be Ava as well, with still relying heavily on the dodge. And obviously, if you land even more items, this is gonna help you throughout. Okay, so as well, obviously what we need to bear in mind here, we're gonna land as many items as possible, which gonna be playing in our advantage, but these are all defensive items. So basically there is no point being super strong here and losing 2-3 capos every round. So in order to complete Jailbreak, as mentioned, and do not waste any diamonds on resurrecting our capos, we need to ensure as high survivability is in place as possible. So definitely, and as displayed on the screens, you want items like bandage, obviously to heal up when enemy dies. You want extra HP, you want life steal, you want life recovery at the end of the battle. That's also great, obviously healing up our characters. You want plenty of dodge, you want shields, definitely the great shields which starts at the battle, and shields which actually are provided when affected by a support skill. Actually, this item is one of my favorite because obviously they do not stack, so you can have multiple items and then you just pretty much providing more and more shields for your team. which overall is a great boost, especially if you start this fight. You don't want to just die instantly, and a lot of shields can stack up together, and therefore this item is one of my favorite. And on top of that, you want a special items, and definitely one of them it's gonna be a game changer, which is a removal of skill on death, and that will prevent you obviously from dying at the end of the battle. So if you go against characters like Dante or Pedro or Laura, which pretty much after dying they will use their skills, this is sometimes where you might have your 5 characters and you killed some of these and 2 or 3 are completely vanishing from your lineup. So if you can, obviously you'll have to move around and then hopefully get these disabled. Obviously you want like Voodoo Doll for extra damage, etc., and any other special items that can help out. Alright, and so we have covered basics. We know we want to land as many items as possible for the most trades or the nations we've got, in my case strength, Japanese, perhaps business or Mexico, as we've got 6 and 5s in there. We want to land as many defensive items as possible, anything which can life steal, life recovery, etc. And then obviously we're gonna see where we're gonna get. When we're gonna get challengers, that's even better. That's obviously additional items at our arsenal. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna kick off with a jailbreak, put some music in the background, and obviously we're gonna go and have some commentary at the end of it. Alright then, so without further ado, let's jump straight into. Alright then guys, and we have done it. So actually 0 casualties if you look at that, even though some of our characters died few times. But obviously having all these 3 main characters with, preventing fatal damage or resurrection, as you have seen, it worked very well. What was definitely important is just moving Chio. So obviously if you go with either Chio or Miguel or any other character with a nerf skill, and you're gonna land on this item which removing a skill on death, this is just massive. Obviously I could have gone with few of resurrection or using any of the characters if I would not land this item, but as you have seen, as I just mentioned, there might be a very smooth journey with a 0 deaths, or if you don't land these defensive items you might lose few couples alongside. But that was definitely a good display. We have landed a lot of these support skill shields. We had both shields at the beginning of the battle, and any other items have really landed in our favor. So that's not gonna be a everyday journey like today, but obviously if you go for this strategy, you're gonna pretty much move your characters around and see what you're facing against. I can guarantee that you're gonna complete Jailbreak on daily basis. Alright then guys, so I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, then make sure you like and subscribe, and as always, I'll see you next time.